Hello, welcome to Take Two Tuesday. My name's Ken. I'm here at the Stamps of Life. I want to welcome you to Take Two Tuesday. This is March. What do we have? We have one more episode this month, March 24th. Next week will be the 31st. We'll be done with March. So I think there's 5 episodes this month, or 5 Tuesdays anyway. So I want to welcome you. Again, my name's Ken. I'm here at the Stamps of Life in Southern California. Once a week we get together and we hang out and we do this episode called Take Two Tuesday. We go back in time and we look at some fun stuff here at the Stamps of Life. For some of you, these are new items. Maybe you've never seen them before. Some of you might possibly have these things. So we kind of do a review. We're a card making company. If you're not familiar with us, we have dies, stamps, ink pads, cardstock, pattern paper, all the different tools you need, embellishments, all that fun stuff if you like to make paper crafts, mainly aimed at card making. So what we'll do is we'll go back in time, we'll look at this item, and I have a nice die set today to take a look at. That will be fun. I'll do a little bit of die cutting. We'll piece together a little bit of a card, but more importantly than that, we'll check out the website. We'll show you some card ideas and we'll have some fun together. All right, that's what we're trying to do. So that's kind of the business part of the beginning, and then we will end up with, if we get to it, we're going to do a crossword puzzle today, so I'll need your guys' help with that. And then I also have a good news devotional where we open up our Bibles, and we do this once a week. We get together and we just read God's word, and we'll have a little devotional. It'll be from 1 Peter chapter 5, and I'll give you a little bit of a hint. Did you know that God cares for you? God cares a lot about each and every one of you. So we will discuss that a little bit today. Let's say hi to a couple people in here. Right here at the beginning, we're going to have a little fun. So be prepared, okay? You got to jump in the chat for this, and you got to post your answers. We're going to do a this or that for spring. It's going to be spring themed, and we're going to do it right now, okay? After I say hi to a couple people. Hi, Veer and Sylvia, and I saw you both here early, even before me. I see you there in the chat, and Shelby's here. And of course, there's Stamps of Life. That's me. Who else is here? At Poston. Hi. And Dawn's here. Jill, Teresa. Great. Carol's here. Maggie, is it? Yep. Karen. Great. Welcome all of you. So in the chat, again, I really want you to participate. So here we go. I'm going to see if I can do this. I'm going to try to post the this or that in the comments too, but you just answer in the chat which one you like. So this or that, you're going to get 2 spring options. You must pick one of them. Maybe you like them both, and maybe they're both your favorite, but if you could only have this or that, you have to post the answer. Does that make sense? Let's see if we can do it. We've never done this before, but I figured this would be a fun way to get things started. Okay, and this is just for fun. Again, we're just trying to hang out and have some fun. If you want to do the crafting stuff and you want to learn about the website stuff, we will do that in just a minute or two. So hang in there, okay? So here we go. I'm going to try to find my cheat sheet. And I've got it. Let me see if I can move that over there. We have 10 this or that's for spring. So here we go. Let's see if that will copy and paste. I've got it. Okay, here we go. I'm going to add this into the chat. And the first question for this or that, if I can get it going here, hang on. And I think I fixed the blurry problem, I hope, you guys. Let's see how it works out today. So here we go. First one, just for fun. This or that, do you pick flowers or sunshine? Flowers or sunshine? And then answer in the chat. All right, flowers or sunshine. This is going to be pretty fast paced, so do the best you can keep up. If you can keep up, no right or wrong answers. You just answer what you want to. And if you are watching later, you can still answer in the comment section down below. Next one, this or that. Which one are you going to choose? Rainy days or warm breezes? I'm definitely going warm breezes. Remember, this is all spring themed. Pick one or the other. No wrong or right answer. Just having fun. This is how we can kind of get to know each other. Next one for spring, this or that. Picnic or backyard barbecue. I am going barbecue all the way. Barbecue. Let me know in the chat. Do you like picnic, or now we're on to number 4, or barbecue? Next, our next one. Everybody jump in, all right? Our next one is this or that is, oh, this is a tough one. Easter candy or fresh fruit? I like junk food, so I am definitely going junk food. Easter candy. I know it's bad. I know it's bad. Here's a good one for spring. This or that, morning walks or evening sunsets. I'm going evening sunsets. I like more of that sun in the afternoon. Next one, this or that. Next one, this or that, beach trip or mountain getaway? Mountain getaway, beach trip or mountain getaway. Number 7 on our this or that, cherry blossoms or tulips? That's tougher. I'm going to go tulips because in my mind, cherry blossoms are messy and I would have to clean them up. So I'm going to try to avoid that. Let's see. What else do we have? A couple more. This or that. This is for spring. Would you rather this or that, iced coffee or hot tea? I'm going for a cold drink. I am going for a cold drink. I'll go for the iced coffee. It's got to be sweetened, all right? It's got to be sweetened. And a couple more. This or that for spring. Would you go light jacket or short sleeves? Light jacket or short sleeves? I am going light jacket. No, I'm going light jacket. Nah, short sleeves. I don't know. That's a tough one. Last one for this or that. Which one are you going to pick? Birds chirping or raindrops or rain tapping? I'm going to go for, again, I'm trying to skip the rain, so I'm going to go birds chirping. So there we have it. That was kind of our icebreaker today. I hope everybody is jumping in and answering. It gives us something fun to think about. I see some birds. I see some rain. Yeah, great. So we got a wide variety of answers here. Good. Yeah, light jackets. Yep. I think that's kind of me. I don't know. Maybe short sleeve. Do not drink either. You know what? I don't drink either the iced coffee or hot tea, but you have to pick one. You have to pick one. That's just the rule of this or that. All right. So that was just for fun. Let's get going here. What do I need to tell you? You see my name down there at the bottom. We can get rid of that. We are going to have some fun. Let's get to it. A couple things coming up on our website. If you haven't been on the website, there are some newer items from the last, week or so, if you haven't been over there. But there will also be new items on the website tonight, if I can find that. The website tonight, we have, tomorrow's the 25th, so Stephanie calls that catch-up day. So that means some items from the past that maybe you missed out on or we're bringing back for a short time, they'll be on the website tonight. So make sure you stop by. I also want to let you know that our Crafting Corner will be this Thursday with Stephanie. We'll be doing Stephanie's Crafting Corner on Thursday. So let's plan on that. If you are new to us, if you see down below me a subscribe button, you can hit the subscribe button and then the little notification bell. Hit that too. And then there's one more option. You want to pick all. Then you'll get notifications when I go live or Stephanie goes live, so you can catch up with us. So do that. And what else? So there's Crafting Corner. Stephanie did I got to tell you about that. We have a new Fold It Club and it is shipping. I already took some of them to the post office today. So if you are in the Stamps of Life Fold It Club, some of these items are on the way to there. Well, not some of these items, whatever you signed up for. If you are in the Fold It Club, I started shipping them today. I have some more for the mailman to come by today. And then when I leave the office today, I'm going to try to get them all out. So if you are in the club, a Fold It Club member, your orders are shipping today. That's exciting. But if you are not, or you don't know what the Fold It Club is, Stephanie introduced it last night. I'm going to show you right now some card samples. So here we go. Nice ones. Okay, so here it is. It's an A2 size card, Fold It Club. You're the best. That is the theme. Also comes with a Newport Flowers stencil and You're the Best stencil. So if you are in the Fold It Club, I can actually show you the items you're going to get. Let me do that. If you are in the Fold It Club, you are going to get, whoops, almost messed up things here. Hang on. You are going to get your idea card that will be coming out to you. Okay, idea card with a couple of ideas on there. There are more on the website. And then you can also watch Stephanie's videos, okay? There will be more items there. That's the card sample that I was just showing you. Then this is the Fold It card that you get. Maybe I can back up a little bit here. Hang on one second. Back up a little bit so you can see. So that's a Fold It card. It makes an A2 size card that is being shipped out. If you're not familiar with the Fold It, it looks kind of just like that. We have all kinds of different shaped cards like this, and they make an A2 size card that opens on the side or the top. Really, really easy. Fold It cards are very, very easy to make. And we're actually going to feature one today when I do a little demo here later. So that is going out to you. What's fun is you can make it just like it is here today, right there. You can also use the words on like a scrapbook page, or I've also seen these separated out and added to a slimline card. You can put it on the front of an A2 card, all kinds of different stuff. So maybe you have a thank you note you want to send, or a get well, or just you're thinking of somebody and you want to let them know. That's part of the Fold It Club. Then you get the stencils. Now both of them will be in there. It says Newport. I'm going to write Newport flower stencils. You're going to get the flowers right there. And then you can't see them, but inside there's also the stencils that go with you're the best. I think it's kind of like the words. So that's all you get. Plus, if you have added on these stamps, this stamp set will be sent out with you. Let's see if I can read any of these backwards. You make every day brighter. This is a bunch of very useful ones that you can use with the you are the best dies, or you can use this on their own too. You make every day brighter. Hope your day is as amazing as you are. Just a note to say, and then you're appreciated. You're the best friend ever. Thanks. I'm so thankful for you. A lot of nice words on here. You're so kind. Your kindness makes the world a better place. You're the best. So if you want to get the stamps with it, with your Fold It Club shipment, that is an option. If you don't, you can do it without the stamps too. You have either way to go. I think the stamps are an additional $8. If you're currently in the Fold It Club and you want to get these stamps sent out to you, we could still do that. Contact Faylene at info@thestampsoflife.com and say you would like to add the stamps, and I know we can get those out to you. We have extras. All right. So that is the Fold It Club. I do have a couple more. Card samples here. You're the best. See if that works out. Yeah, that's pretty good. You're the best, it says. And again, that opens up just like that. It's an A2 size card. Simple, but really, really looks super nice, I think. And here's a different version using, you can pick any pattern papers you want. All right. You're the best, it says. I think this would, with using the different pattern paper, might really look nice on a scrapbook page too. All right. So there it is. Hello, if you are joining us for the first time, everybody's welcome here. If you're new, we always want to hear from our new friends. So don't be shy. Everybody here is pretty nice most of the time. Most of the time, we're pretty nice here. Most days are pretty good. So that is our new Fold It Club. So if you are a Fold It Club, thanks so much for being in the club. If you want to join, you can do so on the Stamps of Life website. Let's see, what else do I have to yak about? We did that. We did the crafting corner. We did the card kit. Oh, card kit. The March card kit is shipping. Do I have a picture of it? I think I do. Let me see. If you are a Card Kit Club member, we shipped this last week. We shipped this out last week. Yep, you get all that fun stuff in your card kit. Does that look a little bit bright? I hope it's not too blown out. But it's kind of cupcake themed. But look over there on the right. It includes that nice die set right there. It's an A1 box card die set. That comes in your card kit. Great deal. Plus all the cardstock, pattern paper, embellishments. We shipped these out last Tuesday. So I know a lot of you have received them already. Great. If you are a Card Kit Club member, thanks so much for being in the club. If you want any information about that, I'm going to put the QR code up at the top of this page. This will take you to that little QR code up. Whoops, I always do it backwards. That one right there will take you to our website. And then you want to click on top of the website, the little button that says, I'll show you the website here real quick. Let's do that. We haven't checked out the website yet, so we better do that. So that is our website there up at the top. If you just scroll to the top, if you want to know anything about our clubs, go to that button there that says join the club. Okay, you'll get all the details, all the extra information about our clubs. We'll have a new Die Hard club, which is stamps and dies, coming out on April 1st. And also the stamp club will be coming out that same day. See if I can pop up there. If you are in the folded club, again, we're shipping those today. Card kit went last month. What else did I want to say? Oh, some club benefits. If you are not familiar with us, when you are a club member, you save between 15 and 20% off the Stamps of Life website. Stephanie says every item, every order, every day. So for you, if you're a club member, the Stamps of Life website is like on sale all the time. So even when a flash sale item comes on, you get it at an extra 15 to 20% off, depending on the clubs that you're in. So that is a benefit. You earn club points. When you join the club, you get a couple of free gifts if you are in the Card Kit or Die Hard club. And when you join the Folded Club, you get this really nice banner die. Really, really nice value die. I think $26.99 or $27.99. So you get extra gifts, goodies. Every once in a while, we send out freebies. And I heard that the Folded Club in May will have a freebie with it. April for Stamp Club and Die Hard Club will have a freebie gift in it. How about that? So pretty exciting. I think we're going to have something in the card kit. I believe I'm going to have to double check on that one. All right. We should. Okay. So there's the website. If you've never been there before, you can look around. We've got all the fun stuff over here. Card dies, fold its, flip its, cardstock, pattern paper, inks, classes, embellishments, felt, all that fun stuff. You can just go through to the different categories there. It's really nice. And there will be new items again here on the website tonight. So stay tuned for that. All right. Let's move on to our main event here. We are looking at this one, the Stamps of Life XOXO. And I always thought like XOXO meant love, but I had to Google it. Hugs and Kisses is what it stands for. XOXO stands for Hugs and Kisses. If you knew that, tell me in the chat, because I had to Google it. I always thought maybe it meant love, but XOXO means hugs and kisses. Who knew that? Let me know in the chat if you knew that. Maybe I was the only person in the dark on that, as possible, but something I learned by just typing it in the old Google, and if Google's right, then that's what it stands for. And I'm assuming it's correct. Jill says she did know it. Sylvie said, yes, I knew. Okay, you guys probably all knew it. I'm a slow learner on that one. So again, I thought it meant, I don't know, I just thought it meant love, but hugs and kisses is what it means. Now, everything's good here. I have some great samples if I can get these out of here. So just like we were talking about the You Are the Best, this die set works just how it is, as a folded card, an A2 size card, or you could add it onto a scrapbook page. You could add it onto a banner. Broke something on that one. One of these has some little extra flowers, and I just kind of tore one of them off. Hang on. I have this basket you see here, and it has all these little extra pieces, and they all got kind of tangled. All righty. So I got that. I'll have to go back and do a little repair here. But here we go. Let me show the samples. This has, I don't know, 8 dies, 10 dies. We'll figure it out. We'll check it out on the website. And anyhow, here it is. This is the Stamps of Life Hugs and Kisses I discovered Fold It die set from, when is it from? Fold It die set. Now, this was a fill-in item today, too, because the item I planned on using did not make it. And I think the slide that I made did not make it. So this is, let me look up my notes here real quick. The XOXO die is from December of 2021. So if you have it, it's possible you haven't seen it for a long time, huh? Could be buried somewhere in your stash. So this is a little reminder for you that you want to go ahead and use this. Why is that not showing up? I know I made a slide. Oh, there it is. I did make a slide. Right. I came through. How about that? So I was planning on doing a different item today, but something came up and we had to substitute this one in. So XOXO Fold It from December of 21, which is Hugs and Kisses, as you all knew. And only Ken here was the only one who didn't know that. All right, let's go ahead and I'll leave the dies over there because we're going to use some of those. Let me show you the samples. Now, this one looks like it's a little door hanger. You're having an amazing day. It's pretty fancy, it looks like. It's got a nice ribbon on there. And then you've got all the little flowers hanging off the edges too. So a little decor for your house or for a friend, something they could hang up. So there's a fun little idea. Sadly, I pulled off one of those flowers. I got tangled up and yep, so I'm going to have to do a repair on that. Do you ever have that happen to you? The cards you make, everything's going good and then boing, one part of it will not hold together and dong. You get stuck repairing cards before you actually mail them out. It happens some of the time, right? Okay, so I've got that one. And here's a fun one with our little squirrel friend holding some. I'll get that out there. There we go. A lot of great ideas here. So you just mix and match some pattern paper, some solids. I'm going to try something with some glitter paper and some solids. We'll mix it up today when we do our card. And then we have this one. Our designers added some little birds there. Again, it opens up on the top, A2 size. This has our tic-tac-toe dies. I'm not sure if we still have these on the website, but it says, "You are my rock star." Get that black and white. Happy anniversary. Nice. And here, like I was telling you about, a little bit of solids and a little bit of pattern. Oops, got a bonus card here that is not supposed to be here. Let me see if I can fix this. Oh, that is right. That's how it goes. Okay, great. So there's our XOXO. But look, this is on a different card base. This is either like an exploding or a pop-out box. I'm not sure. But our designer has just taken the card front of the Fold It die set that we're talking about, the Hugs and Kisses XOXO, and they've added it to this. So it's going to fit on other card bases. How about that? How do you guys like that idea? Something different. And it says, "Sending you lots of love." And it just folds down. If you haven't seen one of those, right there on the back. I think I have that coming up in an episode soon. Let's see. And here we have XOXO. This is what I thought, love. I thought it meant love. Lots of patterns on there. Opens up. Now, you could do this with a side. I haven't seen any of these cards that have the fold on the side, but it can be on the side also. All these are top. So here it is on a basic A2 card. "You are loved," it says. Happy Valentine's Day. And then we have this cool shaker one. This is my last sample. Shaker. Are they shaking? Yeah. Boop, 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 boop. I don't know if you can see that, but it looks really nice. Really nice. And this one opens, yep, on the top. okay, on the top, and a little cupcake in the inside there. All right, so those are our samples. And let's switch over here real quick. I am going to get us to the website so we can see that and figure out what you get. Here we go. All right, so on the website, this is our Hugs and Kisses XOXOA2 shaped card die set. 6 left. Oh, it's getting low. Getting low. It doesn't say, oh, it's being retired, so it might be reorder. I'm not sure. But it makes an A2 size card. 7 dies. 7 dies. Remember, I wasn't sure exactly the count. So you get 7 dies. And I think all the card samples that we looked at will be on here. Let's go through these real quick. So if you need a card idea, that's what you're going to do. You're just going to scroll through these samples. I'm sure it will spark some interest and you'll go, oh, wow, I could do that. Or, I kind of like that, but this is how I'm going to make it my own. And so you can mix and match and make your card however you want. But seeing the ideas will often give you a nice starting point. Oh, there's that hanging one to give you an idea how that looked with all the flowers on there, not falling apart like when I just broke it. All right, there's the dies you get. And if you scroll down, you're going to get some other love themes, heart themes, that kind of fun stuff all down below. What else? There probably is a video there. There's a video for it. And what else? What else? Idea gallery, you can go there. It's possible you'll find some other good ideas that have been submitted from either our design team or customers who have purchased this. Oh, one other thing I wanted you to know, that even if you're not a club member, you can still shop on the Stamps of Life website. You'll get the regular prices, which are good, but everybody is welcome to shop with us. But if you are in the club, you get that little extra discount. Okay, we are going to move over and we are going to take a look at this die set. All righty, here we go. We are moving along. Boom. Okay, we got that. Here's our dies here. I have done a little bit of the die cutting ahead of time to speed things up. Let's see, that is going to... So I am going to show you... What am I going to show you here? We are going to make... I have some glitter here because I want to kind of add some extra sparkle, make the card stand out a little bit, see how that looks. I'm not sure. We're going to try to do that. So I'm going to run that through. This sheet that I have in here is just kind of like a background. But besides that, I'm also going to show you how to, I'm going to run through this twice. I can feel that the glitter sheets some of the time are a little bit thinner than our regular paper, and I want to make sure that it cuts through all the way. So I'm going to run that through there and see if that worked. Hopefully, oh yeah, it looks nice. So get all that sparkly stuff, but this could potentially be a background to our cards. We'll see if that works or not. So if you have never done a folded card before, what you do is you take the largest die, the outside, which I believe I already have that. Here it is. Yes, I have taken that out already. And you're going to look for, it says place fold here. And it also says, remember how I said it could be on the side, place fold here. So you have the options to do that, top or side. How do I want to do mine? Well, this one I'm going to show you the side fold, just so you can see how it works. Usually we do top fold. That is the most normal, but I just want you to know that you do have options. Okay. So we're going to take a sheet of cardstock, and it can be any color. It can't be scraps. Let me find something that will kind of, whoop, my alarm is going off. Sorry about that. Oop. So I'm going to hit that alarm. All right, I've got this cardstock here. Just picked a random color. And oh, what did I say? I'm going to try to do this edge. So let's make sure I can do that. All right, we just kind of fold that down. Of course, if you have a scoring tool, that would be nice. Get that really down really well. And it says fold here. So what you do is you just make sure the die is a little bit off the edge of the cardstock. Okay, a little bit off the edge. I'm going to run that through the machine. And this is going to make the base of our card. Okay, this part actually kind of ends up mostly being hidden, but you need this to build the rest of your card. So this is the base, and I'll show you why it gets hidden, okay? Because you're going to wonder, hey, that doesn't look right. That doesn't look right. Now you can see how the lines are on this die. This section here should be the X at the end. But when you run it through the machine, look, it has just a straight line and the X is gone. Well, what you do, and we'll do this, we'll piece it together with our other card. This part here kind of ends up covering it. There's one more layer in between. You won't even notice at the end that that line is there. So this is if you want to do a side card, a side, it would open up just like that. All right. So this is a side fold option with the A2 Hugs and Kisses die set. So I'm going to set that off to the side and I'm going to show, we're going to work with the pieces that I cut yesterday. So the background on this is now we are going to be looking at a top fold version. And I'm going to put that card together. And this was the extra piece that I just cut out. Hoping we can use it. We'll see. Not 100% sure. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. Let me do that so you can kind of see what is going on here. Just a little more light. That looks a little too much. Too much light there. Hang on. This is very sensitive. All right, so here are the pieces that I cut out yesterday. So here is the option where we have a top fold card. And I have added the extra layer on it so it looks right. All the X's and the O's are there. There's nothing cut off. Normally on this type of card, the straight line would be here at the top, but I have covered that up so you can't even see it. Then what we do next, I had originally, let's see if that matches up. I'd originally chosen this solid card and I was going to piece it together. I've got my letters here. And let's see, we could mix these up a little bit. Why not? I was going to go like that. And that's fine. Looks good. If I added some adhesive on to there, my card would be ready to go. I could put some embellishments on there. Easy, easy. But I thought to myself, why not try it with the glitter? So let's give it a test and see how it looks with glitter. So I'm going to move all that off. And this will be now the base of our card. We're going to go this way. We're going to try this. So let's get out some adhesive and see how this turns out. Again, my basic card, everything that I cut out yesterday was going to work perfect. But I was saying to myself, why not try something a little bit different? So that is what we're going to do here. And I'm just putting a fair amount of adhesive on here. But if you really want your cards to hold together, you're going to really want to put a lot of adhesive on there, glue, whatever adhesive you like to use. And it'd probably be smart for me to kind of like press down on this. You don't want it to fall apart when your person you send it to goes to open it up. Now you'd think, well, maybe you could put that on there. Nah, you can see the sparkles on the edge a little bit, but we're going to just go without that. And let's go ahead and try to add some of our letters here and see how it turns out. So we're going to go, we're just setting it up, practicing here first before we actually put the glue on. Oops, we don't want that one and that one there. I think that's looking pretty nice. One option, other thing you can do also, you can layer behind. I think I'm going to leave that off because I want to see more of the glitter coming through, but just to give you different ideas, we're going to use that one there. And what else can we do? We can also do that X. Oh, no, we don't want that X. We need another circle. There it is. All right, so that is looking pretty nice. Let's go ahead and get out our adhesive. I need a piece of scratch paper here because I don't want to get, by mistake, I don't want to get glue on my mat. So let's go ahead and we're going to put some cardstock here to work on. And we're just going to add a little adhesive. Really, really easy. Now this one side might have stitch. I'm going to check and see if there's any stitching. No, it looks regular. I can't tell if that has stitching or not. Let me get my glasses because I'm not 100% sure if we have stitches there or not. If there are stitches, I want to use those. because it gives a little bit extra. No stitches on this one. Okay, good. So we can go ahead and add our adhesive on here. And we're almost finished, at least with the basic start to our card. Again, if you want to go crazy, you want to make yours extra nice, you could really decorate this up and make it look super cool, I'm sure. I'm just going basic right here. And we've got a couple more letters to put on there, and we will be done. Again, I saw there's 6 of these left right now on the Stamps of Life website. It doesn't say that it's being retired, so it might be reordered or it might not. That part I don't know. Only Stephanie would know that. And I didn't get to talk to her about this. I don't even think she knows I'm doing this card today. Alrighty. That is good there. We are set. So there's kind of the sparkly version. You've got your hugs and kisses, XOXO, just like that. Open it up. You can add some extra sentiments in there, some decoration. We saw some of the Happy Valentine's themes. And you can sign off on the back, put who it's from, but easy. You pick the patterns, the colors you want. I really think the glitter makes it stand out, really makes it extra special. And again, before we finish here, let's go ahead and look at one more time through the card samples that I have here. So here we go. So you're the best. Again, these are all for, oh, not that's our current one. We want to look at the card samples from the XOXO here. Is my chat working? I haven't seen anybody in the chat for a little bit. So somebody say hi in the chat to let me know that that's still working. All right, here we go. So again, these ones are from our design team. Here's my version down here. That's the shaker. Love. Look, that is not a shaker. And there's a black and white version there. And kind of similar to mine. Glitter. And then that was the one that opens up on that nice card base. Sending you lots of love. Great. All right. So that is on the Stamps of Life website. That is my version there. All right. Hope you like that. All right, we are going to head back over here and see what's going on. Let me switch back cameras. Good. All right, good. Everybody is there. You guys are so quiet. I lost you for, I thought maybe I lost you, that I was making this card just for myself. So that is the, again, Hugs and Kisses XOXO folded. Great. So hope you enjoyed that. Now let's have some fun. Let's get our game ready. Again, this is just kind of like the bonus material, bonus time. If you like to hang out for this, we have a crossword puzzle today. We're going to do the crossword puzzle. It's unlimited time, but we don't want to be here forever. But this is just a way to hang out a little bit extra and to stretch our brains a bit too. So I'm going to pull that up and find that for us. So hang on. Let me find our crossword puzzle. Actually, I'm going to try it on this computer today and see how it works. See if I can do it there. All right. Yeah, that might work. Let's give it a try. That is not the crossword puzzle. So there is our crossword puzzle. Maybe. Awesome. Let me get rid of this down here. And I think I can jump up there in the corner without blocking it. Perfect. So you can see all of the questions there. And we are going to start. Help me out in the chat. You guys got to answer in the chat. Let me know the answers. Just for fun. 1 across indicates position, and it's only got 2 letters. 3 across is conversation starter. If you know the answers, write the number and then what the answer is in the chat. Okay, in the chat. And then number 5 across is territory, and number 8 across is blank Barkley. And I thought it was Charles Barkley, but C-H-A-R doesn't fit. 9 across, 5th century conqueror. This one is hard. Does anybody know these yet? 10 across, textbook division. Is that chapter? C-H-A-P-T-E-R. Pete. It doesn't fit. Chapter. 11 across. Necessity for many bars. And it's only 2 letters. First word of the Constitution. I finally got one. We. So if you know any of these answers, make sure that you answer, okay? I need help. This one is we. That's the only one I've got so far. 1 down. Asian wild sheep. Does anybody know that one? 1 across. Stance. No, can't be stance on 1 across, right? 11 is ID. Oh, good. That was a good one. 11 is ID. Thank you. Now we're moving. 1 across is stance. No, I don't think. It's only got 2 letters. So 1 across can't be stance. Answer in the chat if you think you know any of these. So 2 down is sheltered under canvas. 2 down. Is that tent? Set 2 down. It could be tent. No. Feature of a jack-o'-lantern. 3 down. 1 across is up. Thank you. Some of the time they're so easy you just can't think of it. You're only 2 letters. How am I going to get that? Whoops. P. Great. What else? Absurd is 4 down. 6 down is weapons in old gangster films. I'm going to guess guns. And then 7 down, the colored portion of the eye. Is iris? Is that right? Let's try it. Oh, yeah, pupil is the dark part, right? Iris. Okay, good one. We got it. Anybody else got any? If I missed your answer, tell me again, just in case I missed. Jack-o'-lantern is hollow. Oh, good one. Thank you. Would have never, ever got that. I was thinking smile, eyes. Let's see. Iris, yes. Tented, 2 down, maybe tented. Yeah. Well, no, because it starts with a P. Now we're stuck, huh? Does anybody else know these? 1 down, Asian wild sheep. That's crazy. I don't know if it. 10 down is lesson, or 10 across lesson. Good. Oh, yeah, good. That's in a textbook. I was thinking, see, chapter got stuck in my mind, and I couldn't think of anything else. Good one. Lesson. We are moving on. Hollow guns. So that all fit. 5th century conqueror. No. Does anybody know the Barkley one? 4 down is insane. Perfect. Thank you. Who got insane for us? Danielle. Awesome. I would have never got that one. We're getting closer. We're doing pretty good. We've just got a few left here. 4 down. Yes, Karen, it was insane. 5 across. I got one. Region. 8 across, 5th century conqueror, or 8 across Barkley. 9 across, 5th century conqueror. Yes, Danielle, we got that one. Asian wild sheep, sheltered under canvas. That's a tricky one. 1 down is Argali. Oh, who is it? Ergali or Argali? Argali. Maybe 1 across is not right. Indicates position. I think it could be up. Argali. Does anybody know? Attila. Oh, maybe we got one wrong. Darn it. I think that's right. So guns is not right. No, that's got to be right. This one is tricky. Gnarls. Okay, so the guns is not right. I thought for sure that one is right. Sorry. You are close, but at least one word is inaccurate. Okay. So we're going to go gnarls. And then what is this one? 6 down is weapons in old gangster films. Does anybody know that one? Gats. I never heard of that. Is that right? Gnarls, gats. Are we still wrong somewhere? 1A is at. Okay. There we go. Woo. Thank you. Boom. We got it. How long did it take? 5 minutes. 5 minutes with all of us working together. I never heard of gats. What is gats? What is a gat? It says it's a weapon. You guys were right. It was tended going down, but that when we put up, that kind of threw us off. But up sounded good to me. So not bad, not bad. We did pretty good, huh? But somebody has to tell me what gats means. Somebody look it up on the, slang for guns. I have never heard of that word. I have never heard of that word. Slang for guns. Slang for guns. All right, thanks everybody. We did it. We didn't have to get any help. By myself, I would be here for probably another 10 minutes, and then I would start hitting that. There's a little button up there that says reveal letter or reveal word. I might have started doing that because there were some of those I was never going to get. Never, ever, ever. All right, let's get rid of that. And let's move on. If you have a Bible, if you have a Bible app, if you have a Bible on your phone, on your tablet, on your computer, you have a regular Bible, anything you have, you want to open up to 1 Peter chapter 5. Now, if you're new to the Bible, it's pretty far to the back. If you hit Revelation, of course, you go way too far. But if you go a couple books before Revelation, you'll find 1 Peter. Of course, after 1 Peter, there's 2 Peter. And then I think the John books come up, and then you get to Revelation, okay? James is mixed in there somewhere too. But we are specifically looking at chapter 5 of 1 Peter. And we do this. Why do we do this? Because we want to hear from God. And the best way we can do that, I believe, is to open up God's word. And this will just be a little short hangout time together. Again, maybe you're new to doing this, but again, the point is that God will speak to us in a special way. So a question for you, and you don't have to answer in the chat, but something you might want to think about is, what is it that causes you to be concerned or worried or troubled? What kind of things keep you up at night? What kind of things really get your attention? Maybe it's a stack of bills that have been unpaid, or maybe it could be a relationship that's not going that good, or maybe you have some problems at work that need to be taken care of. Maybe you're having health problems. We all have these troubles, these cares, these concerns in our lives, right? Things that are often out of our control, things that we can't even do anything about. So we're going to kind of talk about that tonight. So Peter, who is our author here, he was one of Jesus' disciples. So he actually hung out with Jesus during his ministry. He wrote 1 Peter and 2 Peter. And he writes this letter. It's a letter that was sent likely to the church that was in Rome. So the Roman church. Now back then, churches weren't big buildings. It wasn't a big thing, a big production. A lot of time churches met in homes, smaller gatherings. Things were much more intimate. So Peter writes this letter, and he's writing it to the church in Rome. And in this case, he is instructing us that we should give our cares. Remember how we were just talking about, especially things that we can't resolve or take care of ourselves, the things that worry us or trouble us. He wants us to give those over to God. And that means whether it's a really big problem or whether it's something we might consider small. God is interested in all the things that are on our minds, the things that trouble us, the things that bring us problems. So let's read the verse, all right? I will add that up for you. So if you don't have it, you'll be able to see it. If you don't have a Bible with you, you'll be able to see this verse. And it's pretty short, right? But it says, casting all your care upon him. So casting all your care upon him, that's God, for he cares for you. Now we'll define a couple of the words here real quick. So the word cast in Greek means like to hurl, like you throw something, like you're forceful, you really want to get, you really mean it. You're really throwing it, you're really getting rid of it, you're getting it off yourself, and you're giving it over to God. So he's able to address concerns and problems that we have and that are just too much for us. So God says, go ahead, cast them, throw them towards me. So we're supposed to really take that serious. The next word, cares, can also be defined as anxieties, things that are pulling us in different directions, or things that cause us a lot of stress. So that's kind of what the word cares means. I kind of skipped it, but I like that. It says all. So remember how we were talking about it could be big or small things? God wants you to cast all of your cares upon him, it says. And then the last word we'll look at is, or the last part, it says, why? Because he cares for you. Now we won't necessarily define it, but I want you to know that you are an object of interest to God. You matter to him. You matter to God. And isn't that an amazing thing to think about? That God thinks about me, and also that God thinks about you. That's an amazing thing to think about, that God thinks about us, that he is interested in us. Now, for these Christians back in this time, it was a difficult time. It was a difficult time to be a Christian. The church was being persecuted they had this kind of crazy Roman emperor guy named Nero. And of course, he, as well as the Roman government, they were against Christians. And it was a difficult time for them. They had big problems, big concerns. Their lives could be at risk. They could be put into prison. All their possessions could be taken from them. It was a very difficult time. And so there was a lot of pressure, and they had a lot of worry and concerns. And so when Peter was writing this letter to them, reminding them, hey, you guys might be going through difficult and challenging times there in Rome, but I want you to know you can cast all of your cares, all your worries, all your concerns upon the Lord. He wants us to do that. Now, I want you to go back. I don't have these copied out, but if you go back just a verse or two before, I see there's this connection where God wants us to give things over for him, but there's kind of a little bit of a condition to this. So let's go back to verse. This would be the end of verse 5. So this is an important reminder to us. God resists the proud, but he gives grace to the humble. Therefore, humble yourselves under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you, bring you up in due time, casting all of your care upon him, for he cares for you. So what happens when we become prideful? When we are proud, when we don't give things over to God, when we hold on to things and we think that we can take care of them ourselves, it says God kind of resists that. God says, well, if you don't want my help, then I'm not going to help you. Now, we would be foolish, right, to go in that direction, but some of the time we do that. And God is saying, no, give your cares over for me. But that means we kind of need to let our pride go. So pride will prevent God from working. But it also says that if we humble ourselves and we say, God, I really need your help, I'm really hoping you'll come through in this situation for me. When we humble ourselves, it says he gives grace. Don't we all want God's grace? The wise person really wants God's grace. We all need God's grace. So that is just the way that God deals with us. Let's again look at that verse real quick, because it leads us. So we're talking about pride keeps God from doing what he wants in our lives. And yet when we humble ourselves, it opens the door for God to work in our lives. So we got to remember that. Guys, especially, a lot of time we're prideful and we think we can do it ourselves and we can handle the problem. We don't need other people's help. Maybe some of you guys out there are ladies. Maybe you have that same problem yourself. I don't know. But I know that can happen to me some of the time. I'm like, oh, I'm just going to fix this. I'm going to take care of it. I don't need anybody's help. But that's really not a healthy or good way to do things, especially when we know that God wants to help us. So let's grab that verse again. And so again, no pride. We're humbling ourselves. And then Peter again said, casting all your care upon him, for he cares for you. So if we're wise, we'll understand that we need him, and we will humble ourselves, and we'll cast our cares upon him. We'll give our concerns, our anxieties over to God. He is greater than all of our problems. He loves us. He cares about the things that concern us and trouble us. And see, it says, cast all your care. So don't ever think there's not something that you can bring to God. He is interested in helping you in every situation in life. So if you have any cares, if you have any anxieties, I would encourage you strongly, don't keep them to yourselves. Give them over to God. Of course, it's nice to have a friend or somebody who cares about you to confide in. I think that is great too. But number one, take these things to God. Take these things to God. Now, a little bit of a disclaimer, when we bring our problems and our troubles to God, it doesn't mean that they are all just going to be resolved or taken care of, or they're just going to go away. There are some problems in life that may be just for a short time. There are some things in life that we may have to face for an entire lifetime. Until we get to heaven, we're going to be stuck with this problem. But I want you not to be discouraged, or don't let it weigh you down. But just like it says here, give your cares over to God. Why? Again, because he cares for you. He's got a good plan for you. He's going to do good things for me. He cares about all of us. God is really big. He's, compared to our problems, our troubles, he's so much greater and so much powerful than those things. And then if we set our mind, we've talked about this before, setting our mind on eternity, life here on earth, well, if we're going through something that is causing us problems and stress, it's challenging, and it seems like the days might never come to an end. But the truth is that, the time that we're here on earth, our life span compared to eternity, when we no longer have to deal with the issues that we're dealing with here on earth, it's just like a small amount of time here on earth. So hang in there. Don't try to do it yourself. Give it over to God. He says, bring all your concerns. Talk to him just like how you honestly feel. If you read the Psalms, David just told God how he really felt a lot of times. Sometimes he was angry. Sometimes he was afraid. Sometimes he was joyful. Sometimes he was praising. Sometimes he was depressed and bummed out. So if you read through the Psalms, you'll see all these times that David was praying and talking to God. And he has these wide ranges of emotions. But God never says, I don't want to hear that, David. Don't tell me that. I don't want to hear that. I want you to be happy all the time. No, God wants us to be honest with him. So let's be honest with him. Let's bring our cares, the things that concern us, again, our anxieties, our stresses, let's give them over to God. And like he said, just cast it, throw it, get rid of it. It's no good for us to hold on to. It's going to weigh us down, and it's going to prevent us from experiencing the kind of life that God really wants for us. All right. So again, if you want to read that whole chapter, I think it's good. Go through 1 Peter chapter 5. You might like that. Sometime we sit and we talk a little bit about the scripture for a short time on Tuesday, but some of the time it's really good for us to go back and review it again, maybe tonight or tomorrow morning, whatever is a good convenient time for you. Think it over and give us some thought and ask yourself, am I doing this? What Peter instructed the church in Rome to do, am I doing it? So this was a church from a long time ago, but it still applies to us today. God still cares today. I hope you know that. All right, we have a lot of fun today. Thanks for your help with the crossword puzzle, or this and that. That was fun. Spring this or that. We've never done that before. So I hope I couldn't keep up with all the answers. I hope you had fun stating your opinions. And some of them were tough choices. We've got a few of that Hugs and Kisses folded die set still on the website. If you want it, it's available. If you have it, go ahead and use it. send a note to somebody and let them know that you care. Just some kind note, some kind card really could mean something special to somebody today. Maybe somebody who's going through a tough time. So use those card dies that you have, use the items that you already have from us, but if you still need it, you can get it on our website. All right, I will see you Thursday night. That is it for today. I'm going to wrap it up. Got a bunch of stuff here to do today, but it was fun hanging out with you, and I hope you had a great time too. Thanks again for joining me on Take Two Tuesday. I'll be off on the side on Stephanie's Crafting Corner Thursday. And then stop by the website tonight. There will be a few different items on there if you want to do a little shopping or if you just want to see what's new. All right. God bless you all. Have a wonderful day. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.